The New York Jets offense floundered on Sunday, enduring a 10-9 loss to the Denver Broncos. So what went wrong? Let's take a look at the All-22 and find out together. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and we're back in the film room with another All-22 breakdown. But today's isn't so enjoyable. As I mentioned in the intro, we're taking a look at the Jets offense, what went wrong for them, and what caused them to struggle to score points against Denver. For me, it was threefold. It was them shooting themselves in the foot when they were in scoring position, the offensive line play, and their best two offensive skill position players not coming through. Let's start by looking at the Jets in the red zone. Here they are. It's 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. You have to score. The issue here is Breece Hall in the formation instead of Braylon Allen. As we let this roll, you can see a cutback lane. Hall gets stuffed at the half-yard line, ends up being 2nd and goal. I guarantee you, if 0 is in the game, this is a touchdown for the Jets. I wish that Suller and Hackett stopped being so stubborn and understood that Braylon Allen might just be the Jets' best running back, never mind in these red zone heavy package looks. This needs to be 7 points. You can see the hole, freeze it right here, to the right-hand side of your screen, right near the goalpost. Breece Hall has the cutback lane. He still could work through contact, and he does neither. You have to have it right there. 3rd down from the same drive, you need to score 7 points here, and you can not like the play call, I understand it, but if Olu blocks up John Franklin Myers, this is a touchdown. Off the snap, look how he gets out in front of his pads, Franklin Myers with that swim move we've seen so many times, and Rodgers has to bail. Now look, I get it, having Solomon Thomas as a receiving option, it's not exactly what you want, but Tyler Conklin pops open right here at the back of the end zone. If this is blocked up, this is a touchdown, but it's all thrown off script because Olu gets destroyed very, very quickly. Again, I'm not blaming him. I understand it's his first game in the NFL. I understand he's playing out of position, but I just foresaw that was going to be an issue. The Jets don't score, but Robert Saleh makes the right choice. He comes on the field, and we're going to go for it on 4th and 1. I like the aggressiveness. Look at John Simpson. Jumps early. It's a false start. You're not going to go from 4 and 6. That is just a huge mistake. You cannot have these compounding issues from Breece Hall not finding the right lane to Olu getting destroyed by John Franklin Myers and now Simpson jumping. Just a horrendous possession from the Jets when you need to score 7 points. Here's another example of the Jets in the red zone leaving points on the table. It's going to seem like I'm picking on the rookie. I'm not trying to. But as we let this play unfold, eyes on the left-hand side of your screen. The number 3 receiver, Allen Lazard's going to run a clear out to the corner. We're going to split the safeties, and we're going to find Garrett Wilson in the soft spot of the zone right down the middle of the field. But Aaron Rodgers is pressured. So we flex out Breece Hall. We've got empty. Here comes Garrett Wilson straight over the linebacker. Would have been a touchdown, but Aaron Rodgers is out of the pocket. He's having to scramble. Why is that? Keep your eyes on the right-hand side of the screen. The right tackle, Olu just gets destroyed around the corner here. He's beaten quickly, barely gets a hand on the defensive end. Aaron Rodgers somehow avoids a sack, gets outside of the pocket, but there's no one open because the play is long gone. This should be a touchdown to Garrett Wilson. This is a really, really nice scheme from Nathaniel Hackett, something I do not say very often, but you cannot leave these points on the board. And unfortunately, we're going to see a very similar thing on this occasion. We're talking about Allen Lazard. He's on the right-hand side of the Jets formation, once again as the number 3. He wins here against the corner. He's open. His hand goes up. I know this doesn't look open, but in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers is going to find his guy. He loves these kind of throws down the seam to Allen Lazard. He made so much money off it in Green Bay, but again, Rodgers is outside the pocket. He's outside of structure. Why is that? Why can't he find Allen Lazard, who's going to be running open straight down the middle of the field? Well, let's take a look from the back angle. Again, it's Olu. Number 1, he jumps here. He's technically offside, but then he just gets crossed over. He holds onto number 0. Rodgers has to get out of the pocket, and we've missed the opportunity to find the throw. You need better pass protection to take advantage of really nice play calls from Hackett, and Rodgers being really, really good throwing in tight windows. He wasn't given the opportunity to do that, and a lot of that was because of the offensive line. And here's another example showing you just how bad the offensive line play was. You're going to see on this occasion pressure from both the left and right side of the lines. Aaron Rodgers has nowhere to go. Let's focus on 77 first. Tyron Smith's had a poor couple of weeks. I'm not panicking about him. He's still a really good football player. But have a look at this. He almost doesn't get hands on the pass rusher. Like, we're talking a complete whiff, no punch, and he's straight around the edge, clean. Aaron Rodgers has no chance at all. This isn't good enough from Tyron Smith. I understand the conditions weren't good, but this is just poor football. On the other side of the line, poor Olu had no chance. We're going to see a stunt here. Number one, he doesn't pick it up. He kind of loses the ability to pass this off to Breece Hall, but now we're not going to see the linebacker come on this little hidden delayed twist. Look, this is really nice scheme. I don't expect him to pick this up. You're going to see him fake to drop into coverage here, number 55, come on the twist. Fashanu doesn't see it. I don't blame him there. That's really difficult to overcome. But as you can see, offensive line play was a huge issue for the New York Jets. But the last and very significant issue that I wanted to hit on was the Jets' best playmakers, number 5 and number 20, not doing enough in big moments and in fact contributing to us losing the game. We all saw this play in the first drive. Garrett Wilson, yes, it's 3rd and long. He gets the football. Can he do something after the catch? No, we give the Broncos a short field. I understand that this doesn't end up hurting the Jets. It doesn't cost them points, but you can't have a fumble from Garrett Wilson every 3 or 4 weeks. We went through a really similar patch last year between the LA game and also Las Vegas. Garrett Wilson dropping balls, having fumbles. I'm not blaming him for the loss, but he's got to do better than this. On this occasion, one-on-one from the slot against a really good corner. I understand that Pat Surtain's one of the best in the game, but when you cross him over at the line of scrimmage here, you have to wing to the inside, and you've got to catch this slant. He ends up getting caught up to, he plays through the hands here to Surtain, and it's an incompletion in a huge moment in a 2-minute drill situation to win the game. I need more from Garrett Wilson. I'm sorry, I do. And then one more example on the very next play, you're going to see Garrett Wilson here in the slot, but he's in motion, coming in behind Alan Lazard. Right here, he needs to understand the coverage. This is a sight adjust. We've got safeties. We're running straight into the teeth of them if we run a go route. He needs to snap this off, run behind the linebacker, and turn this into a big dig. He doesn't do it. There's a miscommunication, and Rodgers fires the ball into the abyss. For me, again, this is on Garrett Wilson, not quite having the ability to make this adjustment. Aaron wants to throw this ball right behind the linebacker's right ear. He wants him to peel off, to run the dig route. Doesn't do it. Now, these are really difficult things. I understand these two are still finding their feet, but I just want more from Garrett Wilson. And the last play in today's review, this extends to Breece Hall as well. I don't think he's run particularly well, but this is his bread and butter. Breece Hall frees it right here. If he makes this catch, has one-on-one against a secondary player. If he beats him, this is a 10-yard gain. We drop the football. We just can't have it. You can't have your offense shooting themselves in the foot, never mind your 2 best skill position players. The Jets need Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson to be better if they're any chance of beating the Vikings and the Bills. So there's the All-22 breakdown, not a pretty one, but the breakdown of the Jets' loss against Denver. Offensively, it was a mess. It was because of poor production from their best players, bad offensive line play, and them shooting themselves in the foot in the red zone.